Hi there, I'm David Icke, and we are here to talk about fiction writing. In particular, I want to talk about how you can make time to write when life gets full. Are you ready? First, let's talk about suitcases. When I was in college, I had an enormous suitcase, and I lugged that thing with me back and forth from college to home, and it was heavy and it was obnoxious, and I felt like I needed it because I had a lot to take with me. And I kept it with me even after college, and I would take trips wherever I went. I had this huge suitcase and it just weighed me down. And then one day, a friend of mine was returning home to Singapore, and his suitcase had broken, and he was leaving the next day, and he needed a suitcase. And I gave him my enormous suitcase because it was about the same size as his, and the guy was going home to Singapore and he wasn't coming back. He needed help. And so all I had left was my little tiny carry-on suitcase. And so I thought to myself, okay, what am I going to do? I take these trips, have to go home, visit family or whatever, and all I have is this tiny little suitcase. Well, your daily schedule works on the same principle as a suitcase. Your day is always going to fill up with activity, just like my suitcase always filled up with clothes and things, stuff. And I always thought, oh, well, I could take a little more, but I've got to fit it all into this suitcase. And so I cut myself off just at whatever point my suitcase was filled. What I discovered when I switched to that smaller suitcase is that I could do just fine with the smaller suitcase. I just evaluated what I needed to take. I put what I needed, what was essential, into my suitcase, and when the suitcase was full, I stopped adding more things to the suitcase. Same thing with my daily schedule. When I wanted to start writing, I had to take a look at my activities and evaluate them. Okay, what's essential here? What do I need to fill my day with? Time with my family? Essential. My wife and my son, they need me. Time at my job? Essential. The writing is not paying the bills yet. Eating? Well, okay, that's essential. Sleeping? Believe it or not, that's essential too. Ask me how I know. Now, how about binge watching shows on Netflix? Well, that's not so essential. Playing video games? Well, that's not really essential either. What you have to do is, if you're going to make your daily schedule smaller, which is what you're doing, to make time to write, you've got to look at your schedule, evaluate it. What are you doing? And then find those things that you can not take with you on the day, and you can replace with what's essential. Is your writing essential? Well, is it? If your writing's essential, take it with you in your daily schedule. So how do you do this? One way to do it is to just take a notebook with you for the next week and keep track of what you do each day. What are you doing? Write it down. Maybe also keep track of your energy level and your mood. When are you most energetic and full of ideas, and when are you most tired and lethargic? I'll just do this for a week, just to get a full essay of your week each day in it. Because, a week has its texture, its highs and its lows, and particular activities for each day. Keep track of this for a week. And then look back on your week and evaluate. Map out your time. When do you have time? When you're feeling energetic, when you're feeling full of ideas, and you have at least 15 minutes, you can slip in some time to write. Try and match those 15 minutes with holes in your schedule. Maybe it's your lunch break. Maybe it's when you're on your commute riding the bus or the train, if you do that. Maybe it's like with me when I am sitting with my family after dinner and we're each doing our own thing. Maybe instead of watching a show or reading a book, I can write. Maybe it's after everyone goes to bed. Maybe it's early in the morning before everyone else gets up. And think creatively about this. I know of professional authors who have learned how to dictate their writing, and they dictate their phones while they're driving to work. That's a real thing that you can learn how to do. So that's what I've got to say. That's how you can make time in your day for writing. If you found this helpful, please do hit the thumbs up button down there. Thumbs up. And also, if you enjoyed this, I will be making more videos like this. Please hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell, and that way you'll know when I release a new video. And then finally, I have a question for you. What are the obstacles that keep you from writing? What's getting in your way? What's standing in your way? Please let me know down in the comments down there. I'd love to hear about it and maybe make a video to respond to some of the problems you guys are facing. And until next time, keep on writing.